I think this is getting ridiculous.
It is getting ridiculous, and obviously this is all adding up into something that will.
I think Tommy's actually using this as a way to try to make up for the subs, but he actually was gaining legitimate subs even before this, and I don't know if he's gaining subs now or not. He's at 214 as of this morning. Does anybody know how many subs he has now?
I don't know.
They're trying to. They're all worried about my subscriptions.
Hello.
Hello.
I said hi. How are you?
I sure like this Brian King character to give me a holler. Let's have a little talk, Brian. Where are you getting your information from?
Hello.
And what's in it for
you? Regarding bestiality. Am I right?
Oh, this is a soundboard. This is a soundboard.
Okay.
That's a throwback there.
Millennial Turkey said Tom is not bringing up his subscriber. He's literally an insane person who's unhinged. Correct. Go ahead,
Tommy's mainly all I was doing is just place to put my videos.
Can you tell me anything about schizoaffective disorder, Brian?
I can tell you that it's going. Yeah, that's a totally other discussion.
Well, I'm asking you what it is. I didn't say it involves the discussion. It's just a Tommy affair.
Okay, what it is.
That's a 30-year-old diagnosis that is not at all current. I'm diagnosed with gender dysphoria with PTSD, anxiety, not otherwise specified.
I can't believe that he would.
This is the kind of shit that gives me some anxiety, but not a whole lot. This is just so comical at this point.
What is he need?
This is regarding Kyrie. He had sex with a minor.
This is another fucking soundboard. This is. I can't remember which one that's from. Damn it.
All right.
I still recall there's the cruise ship call.
No, I did not.
Okay, caller. Okay. I'm not turning the phone off for a bit. I see the phone numbers in the screen even. Okay, so Brian, you were saying about you're starting to get a little overwhelmed with this too.
No, I'm just. I can't believe that somebody would engage in this repeated criminality.
Repeated criminality. All I'm doing is saying what really happened in the face of this repeated defamation of character based on a lot of supposition and bullshit.
Because first of all, we are not making any of this crap up. Okay, he's the one who actually said all that stuff.
No, I didn't say all that stuff.
Okay.
No, I didn't say anywhere near all that stuff. And what's going to happen is the Winstead police have agreed to listen to all of this. And at this point, I have nothing to say other than hi.
Millennial Turkey said he is a rabid dog and will not stop harassing you now that he knows you're in town.
No, I'm not going to do a thing.
Harass you to the end of time until he's served with a civil suit.
I'm not going to do a thing. That's Millennial Turkey's grooming a very gullible person with some behavioral health disabilities.
Well, right now, it's not Tommy that's actually in the chat right now. That's just it. The Tommy that was in the chat that was starting out was his mouthpiece.
No, that's
only had one subscriber, and it was a small little channel with no videos on it.
Yeah, that individual is not me. It has nothing to do with me.
Like the one person said, I'm getting kind of hungry too. And Millennial Turkey said, get a lawyer. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't always work out. You have a lawyer when you don't have money. Lawyers are expensive, especially on retainer. They're not going to be free.
No, they're not. Not at all.
We'll figure this out. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Start GoFundMe.
That's why so many people on the
sue me. Here, I'm on my channel.
Have the resources.
Basically trying to peddle rocks and talk about current events with nice people. This is my whole thing. Play music, peddle rocks, talk about current events. I'm not into talking about people. I really don't want to, have to constantly be answering to
So,
charges, there's ridiculous
there's so many
charges
people that-
of
I was
things that
looking
happened many, many years
at
ago
videos
that have been
from
like
different people
exaggerated
and
beyond
messages.
any recognition to
We got
what
14
really happened.
people in here, Brian.
It's like,
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people because of this is generating a lot of interest because of. I mean,
Yeah,
it's generated a lot of
because the
interest
drama,
with other victims of targeted
something
harassment is
that's
one thing it's
funny
doing.
to a certain degree.
Until we find out it's them.
That's the main point of it.
I
is
see
just
what's
how
happening on
fucking
Twitter real quick.
ridiculous it is.
Hi, Dopefish. What's happening, man? Are you listening to this
Well,
yet?
you know what? The big bomb threat was not endorsed by me, and Tommy should call the police on that, but not me, because I'm not the one who threatened to do it. And that's just it. I don't know what to say about that.
What, the bomb threat?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't say anything at all. What I would do though is, not provoke those sort of people. Like as soon as you get them on the line, just hang up.
Yeah.
There's a difference between what happened during the Great Banning period and right now. Obviously, you have some provocators that are probably trying to get both parties riled up, and I wouldn't.
Well, that's a fact.
Well, you know,
That's an astute observation.
About something else about free consultation for
I see
attorneys. In my
something's up
town,
at-
which
at,
attorney do you go to? Because they're all specialized in different things. That's a good question. Which attorney do you go to? It's like which medical doctor you go to, right? I mean, you'll probably think, I'm going to go to the general practitioner first, right? And then he's going to refer me to other specialists like cardiologists for my heart and probably my lungs or something like that. But what do you do? What's the general practitioner in law that you go to get referred to a different lawyer to deal with a matter like this?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Well, like Millennial Turkeys is saying that we should get free consultation from an attorney. Well, the problem is,
You can do that.
which one?
Dominican
The
Republic
way how
calling.
Lavery and Finch, they do mostly probate law.
Hello. Go ahead. Hello. I'm sitting at my desk. Got to pick up the phone and waiting for the caller to identify themselves and tell me what they want to talk about.
Okay, well, there's one thing I would like to say, and that is, I will be blowing up your house.
Yeah, why? Why do you feel a need to do that? I don't rape dogs. You've been told a lot of lies. I don't rape children either. You've been told a lot of lies. Thank you for calling. I really recommend you don't try and blow up my house. And no, I'm not going to call the cops about that. Certainly not now. I'll just note the time on the on the stream. Well, how long has this stream been running? At about the 8-minute mark. And the bomb threat came right about the same time that Michelle and her counselor were talking about what they should do about the bomb threat and how they should respond to people like that. That's just us. So bomb threat, yeah. Guy called bomb threat. He's gonna come and blow up my house because I rape children and dogs. These people are insane.
Ellen Marino, she does personal injury law.
Oh, you don't need a lawyer though for civil suits.
You don't need one,
You
but
need a criminal lawyer.
I know it would help matters, but one thing
it would help a load for everybody.
Well, because the whole thing is this: you have a man who is sending harassing phone calls to the police and everything else like that. He's actively trying to impede on your mental well-being and everything by trying to, make you
and that
afraid of your
definitely
own
could
home.
potentially add to the issue of what an
And
attorney
these
may
people have been
actually
talking about
want
me for
to sue
hours
him
now. For the 5th day in a row.
Well, the thing is,
And I think I'm not sure, but I think this was started by
2020 asks, Michelle, can you ask Brian a question? Does he know anything about Bob Diggity Nachos?
I have no idea what the hell that is.
Reggie's Rounder says get a Jewish attorney. What the heck? I understand what he's saying, but I think that's kind of a racial slant and a racial.
Yeah, I find it a little bit, yeah.
This is totally beyond me.
I was trying to like, is the phone off the hook? Sissy, the phone is online now. Oh, turn it down because all those cats.
It's about time to light Sabbath candles.
Okay, Sissy, try calling now.
What time is sunset?
Yeah, but the only problem is Sissy, you can call in now.
6:15. Soon. 6:16.
Now,
Right. That's all right.
I do admit one thing that one of the people said that I kind of agree with. It is almost. That's a good choice too. I don't know what that means.
So does this happen?
Maybe Sissy go. Go ahead, like I'm here.
Hello?
No, it's not. Who is this?
This is Troy Richards. You fucking asshole.
Yeah, just hang up. We don't need any of that right now.
Sissy go, why don't you call in now? The phone's free.
Yeah, because of these people that call in and they're trying to provocate, all that's doing is driving Tom.
Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller.
North American Snow Queen.
I have nothing to do with the North American Snow Queen.
Why you saying this is the North American Snow Queen?
No, you aren't.
Means delusions apparently, and he's perceiving these.
That's for
So now he's got his own little trolls.
Excuse me? You're not Michelle Deline. Who are you?
I am Michelle Deline.
Yeah, no, you're not. And then you're saying that the person streaming right now and who has been streaming for the last 5 hours is not Michelle Delaney? I'm talking about a stream that's going on right now on Michelle Marie Delaney's channel with you on the phone with a completely different voice than I've ever heard from her. So who do you think you're talking to anyway? You called from this number to make a bomb threat 5 minutes ago, and now you're back telling me that you're the North American Snow Queen. You're invading my privacy, dear. And I'm politely asking you to cease and desist from calling me and talking about me anywhere.
My microphone isn't set, so it sounds like my voice is about 2 octaves
Trying to troll.
You're not this person.
Okay, Kiwi Farms. Because we work with Kiwi Farms, at least in passing.
You're not
I
that
think we're gonna
person.
meet. I think
I'm sorry.
the door is still on.
Please.
Despite
You're
what
not talking to
everybody
an
was
idiot.
saying.
Goodbye.
I heard knocking.
Goodbye.
Knocking where?
Oh man.
I'm really this is just so stupid. This is incredibly stupid. No, that's a live stream. And it's not again. She started at 2 this afternoon and hasn't quit yet. I just got another call from the 849 number, trying to tell me that they were the North American Snow Queen. It's like we're gonna block this. Oh no, this is a restricted line. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
My name is Officer Hart. Can you stop calling Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with this unnecessary harassment that you're doing?
I haven't called Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at all.
Say again?
I say I haven't called Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm sitting here in my studio trying to mind my own business while some woman in Connecticut is talking nonsense and getting people to call me with stupid shit like this. Bye. Next. This is not what I do. This is not my purpose for being online. Yes, I is. Go ahead.
This is Pittsburgh Police. You call Pagan Theory. I'm sitting here.
I have not called the Pittsburgh police, sir.
If you don't believe who I am, you can call 412-488-8326. That's the Dog Creek Police Station.
I'm not going to call anybody. I'm stating categorically that I have not called the Pittsburgh police, nor will I call the Pittsburgh police. Bye. Hello? You're breaking up. Who's calling, please? Who's calling, please? And why are you calling me? What's bogus? I'm trying to mind my own business. These people are intruding in my life. I'm just totally trying to mind my own business, and these people are trying to destroy my life based on a 35-year-old story that they're twisting out of shape. What's your opinion on all that?
About 70 years ago, when I was about 16.
I hear some bullshit coming, baby. Bye. No, put it in the chat. Oh, I know, and this last one was trying to tell me that there's a 7-year-old lady. Go ahead. It's your turn to get stupid. I can't hear you. Nope, bye. Oh, Strawberry Square. This is just nuts. You know, this is not my life. I'm not here at, playing video games. I'm here trying to sell rocks. I'm here, I probably should warm up my stone, my horn. And it's time to light Sabbath candles. Oh, now we're getting, here's the Hackensack, New Jersey. Go ahead, caller. Hello. That's not my name.
What's your problem?
Thomas is not my name. Why are you calling? Who are you?
Don't threaten me, Tom. Yeah, man.
I haven't threatened you.
You call me or call the police?
You called me. Why are you calling? Who are you? What's? You want to punch me in the face? I really don't care. Well, did you call me just to taunt me over something? What's your problem, dude? You called me. Huh? Then you have proofs of the proof. Yeah, post the proof in the chat. Go post the proof. Well, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the biggest pathetic loser idiot of all? But people need to get lives. It's time to light candles. And I don't know. It's kind of cold. Asher Kitsan Bamis Pasov, it's Mary Lahadrik there. Show Shabbos. And Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, let's go get away with it now to get your ass. Motherfucker.
Well, I'm gonna play for a little while. Fuck the dumb shit. Bad height. We dropped this thing down so Ariana could sit at it. I stand up. Let's see if I can do this without. No. All right, later. I wasn't the intro mama from the train. I've never been in a movie. That's about where I get bored with something like that too. I don't know that one without reading it. Sorry. I'm not a dude. Okay, enough of that shit. I really like to start reading. Now I'm starting to get like bored with my own improvisations. I'm gonna have to start reading again. Oh. Thank you. I don't know, Jasmine. I don't really. I'm not really up on hardly any popular music. Up, at the top of my head. I'll get some more light here. I don't like sitting in the shadows. So, might as well tune back into this shit fast. Let's see if they're still talking about
Let me check to see if someone's on my door again. Whoa, you got your grill. No one's there.
Yeah,
But I'll tell you
Michelle,
what.
that's something that's not right. You don't
If
need to worry
anybody
about
actually
that.
does go in here,
Well, you need to stop being afraid of your own home. You've done nothing wrong. You don't have any.
talk to the different people, because I think Brian has been working really hard to try to come to a solution of everything that's going on.
Run it on yourself.
I gotta use the bathroom
Invaded.
anyway.
I have a feeling that
Let's see.
her first encounter with Tommy
So no
Tudor
one
was
has
actually
known
an
it's
imposter. There's something happened before she
What do you
showed up
think,
on my
Brian?
channel and
What's
started
that?
raging
Okay,
every
next
day.
time, if the police come here, would you be willing to talk to them? Do I put the
I mean, I could talk to them if they're willing to talk to me. But Michelle, you need to ask. Here's the things you need to do. You need to ask the police why are they there, first of all. Then you just need to talk to them.
Right,
You don't need to be afraid of these people. They're not out to get you. They're out to figure out what the hell's going on in this situation. And you can't fault them for not understanding immediately, especially if they've been fed false information. Like I feeling that they're
Go ahead, calling on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, who's this?
What's up, a big black cock?
Okay. Do you want me to hang up or keep him on here? Right.
Is he talking about big black cock?
Oh, he's still in chat.
Big black coat. Come on.
Can you ask Brian when the last time he took a lime Ricky was? What is it to do with this?
I don't know what a lime Ricky is.
Okay. Okay. TV Friends is playing both sides to stir the pot for the entertainment.
That's about
I'm
right.
sure they probably are.
That's about
Is
right.
there an old expression? One thing about being an arms dealer is you make money on both sides of the fence. In other words,
Yeah, true.
so it's, and so what I'm going to do is, like I told you, Brian, I want you
You
to,
go take the piss for the love of Christ and all is good.
what's that?
I say go take a piss or shit or whatever. You said you had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
you
take a
act
peek.
like you're.
And then maybe, well, yeah, you can still see the chat on your screen. You could actually,
I mean, I can see the chat and everything, but you don't need to be afraid in your own home, Michelle. These are police officers. They're not brown shirt Nazis. They're reasonable people.
I know that. But you know what? You never know. Somebody might do something a lot more serious than just have a police officer check on somebody.
Well, then that's all they can do. These people are grabbing at straws and they're having to make a factually
Go ahead,
incorrect
call
claim.
on the air. Who's this?
What's up?
All right, let me use the bathroom real quick.
That was Nick.
And, Brian, you can read the chat. You can answer.
Hello. Hello. This is not Michelle's channel. I just hang up on people that are like being stupid. I just hang up. We'll follow this guy back. He's got a lot of followers. Yastreb applying the critique of pure criticism since 2011. Subtweets, retweets, and links mostly political. Background by Pudian. I don't think this is a good spot for candles. Go ahead. Bye. I'm just not interested in any of these kind of calls. That number is just, I'll just block it if it calls again. Oh, it left me a half-hour message. This ought to be like a real Lulu. I've got several messages. Let's hear what these messages are. Well, that didn't make any sense. How about this one? I think you got the wrong number there, dude. What's going on here? She's been busy. Hello. Hello. Could you say that again slower and more clearly? Do we want to listen to Snuff Ring Radio on? Yeah, well, I got a call earlier from somebody who had a different. I don't like to either, but I'm kind of like tonight. I'm keeping it to a minimum. There's 3, 5, 9 since about 6 this morning. Yeah. Let's hear what's going on here now.
Toxic waste to that was so Sissy Joe, he's back on now. We lost cover for a second, so don't be surprised if this is a 2 or 3 or 4-part video. I can't do anything about that. It's just the nature of the internet. And power failures, those suck. Big time.
Call once and say something stupid, you're not going to get to call again. I don't know what to click on. They're trying to get me in a video chat over at Discord, but
Big time! Man, they always suck. Power fillers suck, dude. No shit.
Hello. They won't be calling again.
Absolutely. So let me see if I understand what you're saying. Is that I should file based on things such as emotional duress and things like that?
Yeah, what's going on?
Are you saying I should file like under the charges of emotional duress?
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely that, but I think it's a defamation thing. This guy is trying to paint you as criminal and everything like that, and you've lost charges, albeit not that many right now, but you know, this sort of the thing has had an impact on your business. Is Snow Queen's Palace and LLC?
It's actually a self-proprietorship.
Okay. So, I mean,
North American Snow Queen.
Claim made against you, and
It's part of Pink Rose Communications, which is actually the actual business. Pink Rose Communications.
What's the story behind Pink Rose?
Pink Rose Communications is the educational adjunct of the North American Snow Queen Palace.
There's a lot of convolution.
Let's get rid of that. I'm trying to figure out how to get in this voice chat.
Can you hear me actually?
I hear somebody.
You're in. You just need to either plug in your mic or fix the gain on your mic.
I hear somebody here.
Yeah.
Is that Ross? That when you're when the thing lights up and you're unknown, what do I call you?
I go by Nashi.
What about Alien Seaman?
Alien Seaman.
Willard, if you're gonna be Willard, don't be immature and inappropriate.
The sound is really, your sound is really muffled, dude.
Oh, it is? Sorry.
Yeah.
My mic
So
usually
what's
is
going on?
You tell me. You invited me here.
Yeah.
I have no idea what kind of audience this is. Go ahead.
Not much is going on, really. You know, what's been happening with you?
My life's being invaded by Kiwi Farms inspired people, and I got a commitment from the Linstead Police today to at least listen to the videos and study the chat transcripts to see if there isn't indeed a crime being committed. They totally agree that there are some serious civil statutes being violated, but the sergeant wasn't even familiar with the boundaries to the First Amendment. And that's what I'm claiming, is that the boundaries to the First Amendment are being violated by these people. So that's what's going on in my life that I would
I
rather not
think
have
it
going on in my life. Go ahead. That's garbled.
Just
Garbled. Can't hear it.
I said Kiwi Farms is a website filled with fucking losers.
Well, yeah, but they're harming a lot of people. And law enforcement's making it like real impossible for anybody to get any kind of relief. And they attack people that can't afford attorneys. So they pretty much can get away with whatever they want to get away with.
Yeah. Like like, it doesn't matter how educated you are, it doesn't matter like it doesn't matter if you've taken any courses at all. It doesn't really matter how educated you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have talent or education or the know-how. All that matters and all that stems from the story fucking. That's really it. It's just fucking money. That's all they care about. That's all anybody ever cares.
Money, and they're just disturbed children and self-loathing children for the most part. I haven't.
Yeah.
They key on people that are just trying to promote themselves online that aren't like in step with what they think is right and proper in their like cis-normative world, or these trustums that they put on. You know, they're causing a lot of problems with these trustums. There've been, you know, I've spoken to several people that have been driven to suicide attempts because of the bullshit that the Kiwi farmers laid on them. Those Kiwi farmers had something to do with the girl that set herself on fire. You know, they're playing. Everybody plays. They're all playing Zinnia Jones for everything they can, and she's playing right back into it. And that's not good for the community as a whole. But that's all I'm going to say on that. And it was Zinnia who was the one directly responsible for like totally destroying that girl's self-esteem. But they were egging it all on, and they were having fun when it happened. And that's just sick. That's just some sick stuff.
I mean, like, yeah. Pretty much. Like, people are just fucking sociopaths these days. Don't give a fuck.
I don't know. He probably is. I have no idea.
Dude, Joshua Connor, no doubt he's a fucking sociopath. Dude, he's not just a fucking sociopath. He's a psychopath. He's also a fucking, he's just like, you know.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna bail out of here. I'm having trouble hearing.
All right.
I'm having trouble hearing you. And there's some people that I'm trying to pay attention
to. Like I said, like, Joshua Connerman's just a fucking hypocrite. That's all I have to really fucking say.
How is Small a hypocrite again?
Yeah, the whole.
Because he's a pedophile himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the trip. Is that they're all a bunch of perverts. But I need to go. I got. You know, you can join me. I'm having trouble. I'm getting a lot of. I need to bail from here. I'm getting a lot of feedback.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Right click for more actions. That doesn't do how to get out of here. Now that I'm in, how the fuck do I get out? Where's my microphone controls? How the fuck? Deafen, there it is. Mute. Deafen. Bam. Okay. Woo. Alrighty. Hi, Jasmine. That's Ross. I don't know who Pastor McKinley is. Yeah, it's I don't know about any of that. I know a number of pedophiles who admit to being pedophiles. I have an uncle like this who was not. Yeah, well, it depends on what he admitted. My uncle is admittedly aroused by prepubescent females, and he is ashamed of that, and he understands that he doesn't use any child pornography. He reports it when he finds it, and he's actually saved 2 children. He saved 1 child from a rape, and he saved another kid that fell in a drink. He was the skipper of a PT boat that Timothy Leary and Richard Alpert, before he became Baba Ramdas. Well, that's kind of kinky. That, they're accusing me of that, but I don't do that. And totally not for the same reasons, any of it. I've always used images of females that look like I want to look when they're finished healing me, period. That's all I want to say about that. I don't know. Well, he wasn't the rapist. The guy, my uncle is a kind person, and he understands that his attraction to young children is improper, and he'd never do anything to hurt one. It's Nazi incel site. That's it in a nutshell. They're Nazi incels. Let's see what's going on. And I got put on them by these guys at another message board, which is really a bunch of DOD-IT contractors, professional trolls. Come out of there. That just makes noise. Anybody here? Professional hired hitmen. What's this about professional hired hitmen? Someone told me they were gonna. Yeah, well, that's not. It's just garbage. They don't. Then that guy took revenge by flashbanging the assassin's dog. Now this what kind of weird shit is that? How weird. That's just too much. That's too strange. So what's going on, Jasmine? That's just nuts. This is just nuts. That voice call was there was too much static. I couldn't hear anything.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello, sir. This is not a sales call. We're doing a quick
quick survey about local news, like channels 11, 4, 9, and 13. Could you give an opinion? It'd be like 5 minutes of your time only.
It would be silly to do that because I don't have a television. Please remove me from your call list.
So you don't watch local news, you can't do it.
I don't have a television. Please remove me from your call list.
I will do that, and yeah, that's one of the questions we asked. If you were watching twice a week, so I'll put that down. Sorry to take up your time.
Thank you. Well, who's Mundane Matt? Who's Mundane Matt? No, I'm just an old hippie artist that's been doing this for many years, and this is what I do. You see the stones. You see I'm talking about current events. I'm talking about things that are of interest to me, which is specifically transgender issues, indigenous people versus industrial fascism issues. Which being Jewish, that are heavily invested in the Middle East discussions. And this was brought to me. This was brought to me. They're taking, they're lying about things about me, a lot of things about me. They're making shit up that's not true. They're distorting things I say about myself to make it look like I'm some kind of vile monster. So what, you got a link to anything about him? I haven't seen this. I haven't seen the name come up before. I have Josh's number, but he doesn't like to answer the phone. I'm gonna tune into Michelle for a while, see what the fuck she's saying now. I mean, how long has this been going on? She started 2 in the afternoon, and it's 9 her time now. It's 7 hours of this shit.
Palace business. It's sort of like an octopus with all these tentacles sticking over it.
Well, at least in mine, there's only 2 tentacles. Basically, the North American Snow Queen Palace is my main business, and Pink Rose Communications is the YouTube multimedia arm of it. So that's something to think about.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm probably going to be quiet for a bit. So I'm looking at what paperwork needs to be filed for remotion. I'm looking at what claims needs to be preliminarily have the evidence against in order to get this. Because once you have the motion filed, guess what? That's when you serve him.
Right.
And since you're the one bringing forth the suit in this incident, the ball's essentially it's in your court. If you want to call it off, you can call it off. It's your suit.
Right.
And I'm looking up because I can't remember. There are forms that you can fill out to essentially have your court fees waived for.
Yes, that would be
usually like about. I think
in certain circumstances, yes, there are forms that will waive court fees for people who are handicapped.
Yes.
I don't know if civil cases are under that. I know that in some cases you can.
I've got one right here. Here is a application for waiver of fees, payment course, appointment of counsel staff. I think this might be some family court. Let me make sure. I'm getting into the paperwork. So some of this stuff, Michelle, you might need to have filled out and printed. It asks for like a financial affidavit. So it says like dependents, monthly income.
Now they're plotting on how they're going to sue me. This is just so fucking ridiculous. That's so fucking ridiculous. They're talking about how they're going to sue me now. They come on my channel attacking me. This Lumi person, her alter ego, Michelle's alter ego, called me with some threatening shit that I hung up on. And You know, I have legitimate complaint on harassment. I'm harassing the police to harass her. It's just totally nuts. I just try to pedal stones, play music, and talk about current events with nice people. That's all I've ever tried to do on the internet for the last 20 years. That's all I've been about. I know you can't harass the police. What's really happening is that I am a targeted individual. I have long been a targeted individual. I was an object of interest in COINTELPRO in the 1970s when I was a member of the Chicago chapter of the Jewish Defense League. In the 1980s and 1990s, I was on the road advocating for Native American issues and for hemp awareness, ending the prohibition. And I'm very vocal now about the disgraceful nature of the Zionist project in occupied Palestine, and getting a lot of recognition for what I have to say about it. Every time I say something, people with a lot of followers notice me. So there's been, you know, I've been getting harassed on the internet for 20 years. You know, they'll joke about how I think they're getting played. And I told the police that too. They're being manipulated by the Kiwi farmers through this millennial turkeys clown. Michelle is a bit of a bully, from what I understand, from what I'm experiencing. And now she's crying victim because I called the cops on her for doing it. Because what's going on is that this has been going on for many years. Another message board has been up my ass for 10 years. They're always making imposters. And I have a feeling what started this with Michelle is an imposter made contact with her. They tried to do that to me with McKim's. They had an imposter fucking with Bob McKim there for a while. And Marissa. Haven't seen either one of them lately. Marissa's like trying to stay away from it. She got arts to create and have a life to live without the intrusion of these like sociopaths. They're just mean, stupid people that they harass people for fun and profit. Oh, I've had dozens of imposters. There's an imposter here. Go check here. I'll get his. Please go report this. Every time I try to report it, they tell me the system fails to take up the report. Yeah, please report this shit. Guy gets on the channel, starts talking all sorts of really nasty shit, saying, you know, pretending to be me, gets on people's channels and starts talking shit. I had him blocked. You know, there's an imposter here. It's illegal. It's a fucking felony in Arizona, and I can't get them to react to it. You know, they're like, yeah. And not enough. You know, I've talked to a lot of Kiwi farms targets, and nobody's ever gotten law enforcement to do a damn thing about it. I had to get the Winstead police to move forward. I had to agree with the sergeant that I wouldn't. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for coming tonight. So far, everybody's here. Cool. I think. I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, but I think all the social networks are compromised in some way, because this is what's coming at me is really being directed from a government agency. It has been for a long time. And supposedly, don't ma'am me, kid. Sister, please. I prefer sister to ma'am. Yeah, this is safe. and we're building a safe, a troll-free space on a chat forum where you can upload cool shit, and you know, better than just like a chat flashing past. I think the social networks are all rigged. There's something called multi-persona management software, where these guys, where you think you're dealing with 50 people in a chat room, in chat forum, you know, discussing some topic, and they're really 4 people or 2 people running a bunch of different sock puppets. I recovered a document in about 1985, 1986 from yeah, we're not going to engage any of you aggressive, lying sacks of shit. You know, it's like, hey, pow. Out on the wire, you should be blocked. If you're not blocked, if you're not blocked, I'm going to figure out why. Now you are. So they're still talking about how to
Monthly income, including TAM, Social Security, child support, alimony, all that. And then it has your monthly expenses, your rent, your mortgage, food, clothing, and all that. Yeah, so you're going to need to do a little bit of work on this. But what this will do is it will free up the fees that you normally would have to pay for the county.
They're just beating something to death. All you got to do is fill out the proper form. No, I wasn't. I'm from Chicago, and I was a good kid. And I wasn't all that active until like 1980, 82. I was a little too young to be out in the fray during the really crazy shit from 1966 to 70. And I was in school, and I was from 1970 to 74, I was involved with the Jewish Defense League, and was part of the faction that broke away from the Kahanists, because we were about patrolling our neighborhoods and helping out keeping the synagogues and then the yeshivas. You know, we were watching the kids moving back and forth between the dormitories and the schools and the synagogues. I never saw Jefferson Airplane. I never saw The Dead until 1982. I wasn't on the West Coast at all. I was from Chicago. I went to school in Florida. I really, wasn't a part of anything until I landed in the streets in Los Angeles in 1982. And then I've been on the front lines ever since. University of Tampa in Florida. I started University of Illinois Chicago Circle in 1973 and transferred to Florida, University of Tampa in 1975. And did a couple of years on a research bench at the University of Texas in Dallas in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology in a neuroendocrinology lab. I had fairly privileged upbringing for sure, and have it wasn't too terrible. I was doing something called radioimmunoassay, where we were measuring the amount of things like estrogen and testosterone and other hormones in people's blood serum or semen samples or amniotic fluid. And all of these things were delivered to me in vials that I didn't have to mess with collecting those samples. And I never was at anything that anybody got sprayed with a fire hose. I was there the night they went nuts over Sly not showing up in Grant Park, but I got away from it before the riot really got going. I managed to get up out of the park and onto a bus away before it broke out of the park. I saw the police go off on an anti-war march in 1966 on State Street at Congress. But like I said, I was too young. I watched it from the bleachers, all of it. And what happened, I've been in the thick of it since 1982, and I've really been kind of semi-retired since 1999. It's like mostly retired. You know, I do political commentary now, and that's really about it. In the 80s and 90s, I was involved with the Deadhead, Woodstock, Hamster crowd, Rainbow Family, and such, and still am. My family was politically active. We're from Chicago. The neighborhood's called Lakeview. It was one of only two fully integrated neighborhoods in Chicago. And it was where the gays lived. It was where a lot of Hispanic people ended up, a lot of Asians, mixed race couples, big Jewish community, big Italian community, big Irish community there. Because none of these other like ethnically segregated neighborhoods wanted anything to do with any of those people for one reason or another. And my mother was an election judge. And when we were little kids, I'd go out with the precinct captain out helping him canvass, passing shit out. I believe very strongly in the system. I graduated from Niles East. My father was rather abusive, and when I got big enough to fight back, the family put me out in Skokie with my aunt and uncle, and I graduated from Niles Township East in mid-year 1973. Well, I'm happy to share with youngsters that are interested. This is what I was also, someone who listened to the older people tell their stories when I was young. This is in tribal culture. The elders are automatically respected for their wisdom and experience. The stories, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger and makes for a good story later. So like here I am at 64, and feeling good, feeling real good. My health is good. Shabbat shalom, Louis. Well, I'm kicking it. I don't think I'm going to go out tonight. I definitely, tomorrow is supposed to clear and dry up, and Sunday's going to be gorgeous. And Ariana's, they don't show any respect toward anybody. What I was saying before I got diverted was that, the elders look at the youngers and are wanting to nurture them because of their fresh perspective and their vigor. What they're seeing things from a new angle, and they've got the energy to act on it. So there's always a two-way respect going. TikTok, Oh, that's that Snapchat stuff. That I don't know. You know, I want to be able to. I want to. You know, I found people at Facebook and Twitter, and I'm here now. Thank you for the folks that know how to chit chat and nicely. And I'm good with that. I I like Instagram because I can't do it from my computer. That really bugs me. And TikTok, Snapchat, it's probably the same. I really don't want to put that kind of crap on my phone. Phones are for telephone calls. The computer's for doing that kind of stuff. There's here. Let me put my my Gmail address in here, because if you send me a invitation for Hangout, we can all be on camera together, which is kind of cool. I've been working toward this for 20 years now. In April of 1999, I bought a machine. It just didn't have enough guts at that time, and the connections weren't very good. And I don't know, because not much different than now. I haven't let the internet like change my perspective on life too much. I don't know how to answer that. I certainly, for myself, I have places to dump things that nobody wants to hear. I don't know. I really, you know, it's certainly extended our reach. You know, it's made a huge difference for transgender people. You know, I lived in silence all my life. You know, from the time I was about 4 until I was about 40. I, you know, really don't know what she's been manipulated. Open Door Soup Kitchen. Michelle has been manipulated. And now she's really angry because I called the cops about it. But this is something that, you know, she got manipulated by people I've been complaining about to the cops for years. So like, this is just like more shit piling on. Tucson Police Department's been recording all this for 3-4 years now. I got a lot of people that hate me. Fortunately, I got many more people who love me than hate me. I'm really grateful for that. I'm very grateful for the talents that were given to me. No, she just recently showed up, and I think what happened, I'm not sure. It's going to come out when I have to study the video, but I think that she was first approached by an imposter. Is what happened, and then her handlers, all these idiots that you see with wrenches on her channel, her devotees, brought her here and introduced her to me, and it got strange fast, and I cut her off. It's like, no, I'm gonna deal with that shit. I don't know, hippie, peace-loving music, man. I don't want to be putting anybody down here. This is what hippies are about. This is what hippies are about. Let me get it. If you would please, though, anybody who wants to do me a kindness, would please report this as a phony channel, as a totally fake imposter channel. It's not me. So what was I doing? Thank you, Jasmine. What was I doing? Why was I doing it? Peace, love, and music. I didn't want to do that. Oh, I wanted to get. Oh yeah, I was getting the Jerry Garcia quote. This is what being a hippie is about.
Warren Wallace asked them what they thought the hippie movement was trying to accomplish. What we're thinking about is a peaceful planet. We're not thinking about anything else. We're not thinking about any kind of power. We're not thinking about any of those kind of struggles. We're not thinking about revolution or war or any of that. That's not what we want. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to hurt anybody. We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life, you know, and like think about moving the whole human race ahead a step or a few steps. And or a half a step or anything.
That's where I'm coming from. I don't care what anybody else wants to try to say about me. Steve, we don't use that kind of language on this channel, please. We're nice to each other or we're gone. This is not a free speech zone, and we're not like, you know, being rude. Oh, you're young. You guys are young, and could easily have been educated in a way that never really exposed you to what hippies are about, what the hippie movement was and still is. You know, I have friends that have grandkids. I have one friend that has great grandkids. Old hippies. Volkswagen driving old hippies. Tie-dye wearing Volkswagen driving old hippies. Unfortunately, the rainbow gatherings have become corrupt. I don't know. I'm just rambling for no good reason. Let's see if anything merits a response anywhere. I don't know. I know about where did I get my hats? Yeah. I'll bet you didn't. Yeah, have you got proof of that, Steve? You can post proof of it or shut the fuck up, dude. I don't know much about it. I've never studied it deeply. You know, these people think I'm all immersed in it. I'm not. I avoid it as much as possible. I really don't know that much about it. I'd be glad to, you know, I know that they've done all sorts of horrible things to her. Yeah, guess what, man? Let's get rid of this idiot. Now let's see if we can't find him and block him. Ha ha. Naturally, he's taken somebody else's name. And his channel's buried. Oh crap. Ah, jeez. Favorite type of crystal? Not really. I love them all. I work with lapis lazuli a lot. I cut a lot of lapis. I have several carvings I've made in lapis. I'm pushing these guys. This. Let me get some more light. I'm pushing rutile. I'm pushing rutile included quartz. I think people really would benefit from rutile in their lives because rutile helps us tune our powers of discernment. Certainly, concentrating on the rutile this past week has helped me like keep my focus and help me not like just fall down stupid in the same frame as the people coming at me. These guys. I have some rose quartz crystals. I'll be getting out in a minute as soon as I get rid of these trolls. Yeah, you trolls are not welcome. You're just getting thrown out as best we can. Rose quartz crystals it is. I'm not sure. There's a couple of smaller ones that seem to have escaped momentarily. I'm not sure exactly where. Oh, there they are. These are really energetic little guys. Holding a whole bunch of them in my hand at once. They're really talking loud. Well, shit. I'm gonna need my. Are you still here, Rachel? We have a troll problem. Okay. Oh yeah, there's just a few. Anyway, got oh shit, man, this arm's fucked up. One at a time. Okay, rose quartz crystal. This these guys, piece like this is normally going to be at least $35. I've got two of them big size ones like that would be 35 bucks or so. I can do either one of them for 20 with let me see if I can include shipping for 20. I'm pretty sure I can. I can do these two big. With this one, I won't do for 20. Take it to some place where they talk about that shit, lady. No, go take it back to Michelle's channel. This one is not like the others. See, this has druzy crystal on it on the surface. See how that one's more pseudomorphs, kind of bubbly. Not really bubbly. It's more like pseudomorphs. This one I'd want 40. These guys I'd do for 20, and those ones I do for 20, and these guys, let me see, the little guys, got some pretty little ones, and there's two here, there's two here that would make a decent pair of earrings right here. This is good. These two are good earring size, and they're reasonably, similar to each other. And I would do those. I'd do up a pair of earrings in sterling silver for you for about $35 delivered. Yeah, I want nothing to do with Michelle's content. I don't have any amber, and El Paso doesn't really have any amber. This fucking nuts. Just total nuts. No, it's a sole proprietorship. What else would you like to know? Who knows? Who knows? I've been ducking from these people for many years. Like Yeah, the smaller rose quartz crystals are like $7 a piece. I don't really have one. I don't really have one. I have a I don't have anything that is like really prized. I've never fucked any dogs at all. None. You trolls are just like being blocked and deleted as soon as you show your faces. I have I can't really put my hand on it real quickly. The rarest crystal that I have in the house is a ruby. Yeah, that's it exactly. No, it's just I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to block them and delete them as quick as I can. I have a tabular ruby crystal that's pretty rare. No, I don't. I can't afford a retainer. My plan at the moment is if I can't get law enforcement to move at all, I never saw an email. Where'd you send it? Let me go check now. And I'll check my nope, nothing there. I haven't been checking my email, but I don't see anything at Hotmail. Did you send it to the Hotmail or the Gmail? Yeah. Ugh. Um. I'm not gonna let myself get overstressed and smoke too much because of this shit. No, public defender isn't. He hasn't got no money. He tried. He offered me. He offered me like nowhere near enough money to do it. Hello. I'm sorry, I didn't understand a word you said. No, I don't talk dogs. Well, no, yeah, I've heard your voice. I know you're not him. He couldn't pay me enough. He wanted to offer me like $50 twice a year or something like that. I was like, no, man, $100 a month, I'll do it. Yeah, he wanted me to like host his site or some shit like that, and didn't want to give me anything for doing it. It's like, no, man, I really don't want anything to do with these people. It's not high dope fish. Hopefully. Dakil Garbage, you're not welcome on this channel. Bye. You keep that crap on Michelle's. I want nothing to do with any of it. You know, go enjoy the cringe report or whatever it is that gets you moist. I'm here to talk about arts, entertainment, fun things, current events. You want to talk about that other shit, take it there. Just take it there. And naturally, I'm not going to be able to find this channel to block it. Hopefully, hiding his comments on the channel will keep him out of here. Okay. Good night. Pleasant dreams, Jasmine. There's not much going on. She's been talking about me since this afternoon. I don't think they've let up yet.
Here's what you can do, Brian. Can you do me a favor and just send these instructions to me by email or something so I can read through them?
Yeah.
And
She's
then
being totally played by
maybe
some
Peter
lawyer.
and I will talk
If he's
to,
really a lawyer.
and maybe Sister Gail and I can talk to some local people to help me process the paperwork.
Okay, I've got one right here. Application for a waiver of fees, payments for civil, housing, small claims, and appellate.
Right.
So here is, I'm going to send a PDF to the general for North American Snow Queen. I sent it right below the.
All right, right in the chat here. Yeah, I can take a look at that.
Hello. Say again. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Okay. Call me from an identifiable number. It's just gonna get blocked. Bam. So that's what's going on.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
So clearly, how would Tommy react to this? Obviously, he would have to respond to the summons.
Yeah, he would. That's the whole thing. Is it's not even that you would have to file through with this sort of thing, but it's to use the legal system what it's there for. To say, listen, buddy, we're not going to be pushed around. We're not going to have our names spit on. We're not going to have you sending bullies to our house to try and rough us up and make us scared.
Yeah, there's limitations to the First Amendment, kids, and they were yeah, they're still at it. And every time one of these guys calls me from a line that I recognize is just getting blocked. Hello.
I get to everything call you fucking mouth, you fucking bitch.
Fucking idiots. They're gonna have to get other phones to call from. I'm just gonna block these. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Bye. Next. Yeah, they're still talking. She thinks she's going to sue me for harassment, and all I'm going to do is respond by saying what happened. And you know, I've spoken at length to the Winstead sergeant, and I'm following his directions. I'm not talking about it at all, hardly, and definitely not going to talk about it much more than I'm doing now. They came on my channel. I'm pretty sure that the initial contact with Michelle was made by an imposter, and it would not be the first time that's happened. The first contact with Bob McKim was through an imposter. I think Marissa was getting harassed by the Tommy Tudor imposter for a while. I've had lots of imposters. There's one that, you know, would you please report? I put it, scroll up, you'll see it. I report Tommy Tudor imposter. I'm tired. You know, I'm just so tired of this shit. There's people that want to share the kind of ideas that I share, and want to share with the arts, and want to have a nice, calm, relaxed, safe space where they can kick back and talk to each other safely about things. Well, I'm tired. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of taking it, and I'm tired of seeing it dished out at people. No post there. See anything at Kiwi Farms? Worth looking. Yeah. I'm probably gonna need to like quit doing this for the night soon. I have a lot of work starting to pile up, things that I need to focus on, and I make funny faces into the camera if I do a while. Oh yes, please, gladly. This is a really lovely stone. This is this is probably the second most precious stone in the house right now. This is double terminated Veracruz amethyst. It's a really nice color, nice rich color. Let's see if I can get the. You see right there is a anhydrous pocket. The bubble doesn't move. There's there's water with an air bubble in it, but the bubble doesn't move. It's fixed. This stone was in a collection of a famous collector, famous Rockholland stone cutter. I got some interesting things from his collection. A couple more of those, and several unusual piece of cutting rock, some gem veracite. Well, my PayPal. You got my PayPal address, yeah? That'd be wonderful. I'd love it. I'd love for you guys to adopt it. That'd be great. Yeah, if you want to contact me at my this is the PayPal address. I mean, this is the email I use for PayPal, and that's the email. Talk to me. You talk to me, and I'll send you a better picture, of it. No, that's holding up the can. I have a much better picture of it. I can send you. Or if you want to just send the money to that at PayPal, and I'll send it right away. And that. Naomi, this is I deal in gemstones and minerals. That's all merchandise. I'm not interested in having some judgmental troll come and telling me things that they want me to do. Hello. See, I'm a zero tolerance sort of person. I don't. Correct, and that includes shipping. I'll ship it for that. Naomi, fuck off. My life is just fine, thank you. This is gems and minerals that get moved around a lot. So don't talk to me about cleaning anything, and really don't talk to me. As a matter of fact, goodbye. I'm just totally not intolerant of pushy, intrusive people. Okay, well, that's a good thing that you said that before I blocked you. I'm a sloppy hippie. I'm in a sloppy business. I'm bringing stones up to here to show people all day long. That's what I'm here doing. That's where you mean I have nothing there. Let me check the junk and my Hotmail. Let's see if it went there. No, that's Twitter. That's not where I wanted to go. What have we got here? Come on. Block that. No, I'm not seeing anything here. When did you send it? Oh, there it is. Okay, I've got it now. Got it now. And I think it's I think it'd be in my interest to stop streaming soon. I don't know who's calling, but I don't put up with calls like this. Goodbye. No, just block these. Just block it. Block it. Boom. Call me. You're responsible. Call me. See what's going on, Mr. Dickstein. This is just, I haven't had a dog in my life in over 10 years. Any dog, for any reason. And I've never had a dog in my life in the way these people are trying to say that I have dogs in my life. This is just like totally ridiculous. Naomi, I didn't not have sex with anybody's dog. I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog. Just please try to ignore the trolls. I'm 64 years old. No, please. Just like don't pay any attention to the trolls. Don't even respond to them. None of them had sex with any dog. They're just making that stuff up, trying to get people to say shit. Just like ignore them. Don't feed the trolls. Let me just like block them as soon as they just don't even pay any attention to them. So, Mr. Dickstein, I think it would be before I respond with what you want me to respond with, I need some verification that you are indeed who you say you are and what you say you are. Can you provide me with something like that? I don't feel comfortable with the email that I'm looking at. Where's your firm? What's it's where Oh, now the thing disappeared. Ha! I thought I marked it not junk, and now it's not showing anywhere. Great. Let's see if it's in deleted items. No. No. Fuck. Well, shit, now it disappeared. You're gonna have to send it again, Mr. Dickstein, but like, oh, there it is. Here we go. Yeah, I need some verification that you're who you are, who you say you are. I've been having my chain pulled by people on the internet for many years. The attorney who defended Joe Bannister, Jeff Dickstein, and you're not Jeff Dickstein, you're Joseph Dickstein. Chain pulled. Chain pulled. Yeah, it's an expression. Lied to get me to do things. Yeah, I'm not finding any Joseph X. Dickstein as a doctor. Nope. Sidney Dickstein died. Jeffrey Dickstein. Joseph Dickstein. Looks like we got another actor. Michelle is still talking about me after since 2 this
We're not going
afternoon.
to take any of it.
Okay, I got that part, and you're right. And I wonder if the other people who have also been treated similarly for their fact finding and had other police called on them, if they can also file.
Well, yeah, he probably has the thing because everybody's probably been like, oh, we'll just move on to Elsagate, you know. But no, you should take a stand against this sort of behavior.
They're still talking about it. They're the ones harassing me. And you know what? I had no reason to be on here and even indulging it like this. Those of you who are interesting and nice people, thanks for coming. And assholes are assholes. And namaste, motherfuckers. Thanks for watching. Happy day. Bye.